There is one type of primi piatti, first courses, that even Italians can't agree whether or not it's a pasta or a dumpling, and that is gnocchi. And it's what we're doing right now. I'm going to show you how to make ricotta gnocchi with my mum's tomato sugo. Let's start with the sugo. I want to make it special and use fresh tomatoes. Of course, you don't have to do this. You can use tinned tomatoes, peeled tomatoes, passata. But in summer, when tomatoes are in season, it's so beautiful to turn them into pasta sauce. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to score the top, just like so. And then I'm going to blanch them in boiling water for no longer than a minute, even less than a minute, really. Plunge them into ice-cold water, and that will make the skin come off in a pinch. Quite literally, you can pinch it off. And that will be the base and the core ingredient of our sugo, which is what Italians call the classic tomato sauce. Beautiful peeled fresh tomatoes in the beautiful olive oil and French shallot and garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of wine and cook out the alcohol. And as you can see, it's already turning into pasta sauce. Now, my mum loves to perfume her tomato sauce with two ingredients: a celery rib with some of the leaves attached, just goes in like this, and a little bit of capsicum in one piece. Now, what this does is adding a really subtle sweetness to the sauce. And I can't tell you how beautiful it is to enter a room where a sauce like this, that's got a little bit of capsicum in it, has been simmering, because it just smells of Italian summer. We're going to turn this down to low, pop the lid on, and it's time to make gnocchi. These are ricotta gnocchi, which is, of course, our main ingredient. Gnocchi in Italy are made with a variety of ingredients. Of course, there's the famous potato gnocchi, there's ricotta gnocchi, there's gnocchi made with stale bread as well, there's pumpkin gnocchi. We love gnocchi. Here we go, beautiful, firm ricotta in the bowl. I just like to squish it up a little bit with a spoon. Now, gnocchi is not gnocchi, and it's not gnocchi, it's gnocchi. Think of it as N-Y, gnocchi. And that first syllable, that's the one you really need to put the emphasis on, okay? Gnocchi. You say it like you mean it. You really want gnocchi. A little bit of flour. A little bit goes a long way in ricotta gnocchi, in any gnocchi really. But I'm gonna go with about 100 to 120 grams. A little bit of seasoning, which comes in the form of salt, a couple of pinches, and a little bit of pepper. You can use black pepper, white pepper. And Parmigiano. This is a great ingredient that contributes in flavor and in seasoning because it's quite salty, but it's got a little bit of sweetness as well. That should do the trick. Eggs. We just want the yolks. But the yolks is the protein we need to bind this together. All right, let's mix our dough together. We start in the bowl with a spoon, and that beautiful ricotta is getting nicely incorporated into the flour. I'm gonna add just a little touch more flour, and then I'm gonna be ready to tumble this onto the board. Flour the board, and gently allow it to come together And see how all of a sudden you've got a really nice, soft dough that it's not too sticky. Now we have earned the fun. And rolling gnocchi is fun. Cut it into pieces, and then we're gonna roll it up into sausages, about this thickness. And then we're gonna cut them about 2 centimeters pieces. If you've got one of these gadgets, you can roll the gnocchi onto the board to create those beautiful ridges that will trap the sauce. There we go. Gnocchi are ready. Let's check our sauce. Oh, it looks really good. It smells delicious. The tomatoes have reduced nicely. It's time to remove the capsicum. It's done its job. It's perfumed that sauce beautifully. And the celery. Thank you for your work. Let's taste this for seasoning. Oh, so good, so fresh. Gnocchi cooks really, really fast. You pop it into your boiling water, you give it a stir, and when it comes back to the surface, that's when you get them out and straight into your pot of gold, your sugo. But look at it. This is such a happy, happy dish. My mama's sugo. A little bit of black pepper. Parmigiano, of course. And I think this dish calls for some basil. This is Italy on a plate. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode and that it's given you the confidence to get in the kitchen and start kneading your own pasta.